Today, we're going to look at a single, really extraordinary day where it felt like the world was just fraying at the seams. You had geopolitical crises and natural disasters all erupting at the same time. It's a snapshot of a world under some serious pressure. So let's pinpoint the day. We're talking about January 24th, 2026, a day that would end up putting global systems and, honestly, our attention spans to the ultimate test. And that really brings us to the core question here, In an age where we're flooded with information 24/7, what actually happens when multiple, huge crises all demand our focus at the very same time? How do our global systems cope? And maybe more importantly, how do we? All right, let's dive right in, starting with the major geopolitical event of the day. This was something that sent absolute shockwaves across South America and, well, pretty much the rest of the world. It was all centered on an operation called Southern Spear. Now, this wasn't some quiet diplomatic mission. No, this was a series of direct U.S. military airstrikes right in the heart of Venezuela's capital, Caracas. I mean, talk about a dramatic escalation. And the human cost was immediate and stark. The very first reports coming out confirmed that at least 100 people had been killed in the strikes. It's a number that just grounds this whole thing in a really tragic reality. So the main target of the whole operation was the former president, Nicolas Maduro. And from a purely tactical view, the mission was a success. He was captured, put on a plane, and flown directly to New York to face a whole slate of really serious charges, including drug and weapons trafficking. But here's the thing. While this high-stakes international drama was playing out, it felt like the planet itself was in revolt. This was so far from being the only crisis happening that day. So, thousands of miles away, you had two totally different kinds of disasters unfolding. Over in Indonesia, a truly catastrophic landslide just tore through the community of Bandung, burying homes and devastating families. And at the very same time, brutal winter storms and massive floods were just hammering parts of the United States and New Zealand, forcing whole regions to declare a state of emergency. And that's really the crucial point here, right? Understanding the combined human impact of all this. These weren't just separate headlines on a news feed. They were deeply personal tragedies, all happening at once, all across the globe. I mean, just look at the numbers from only two of these events. You've got 100 confirmed dead in Venezuela, then in Indonesia, 7 confirmed dead, with another 82 people missing, most likely lost in that landslide. That is a staggering number of lives just lost or completely upended in a single 24-hour period. So think about it. When you have a geopolitical firestorm like the one in Venezuela, a massive natural disaster in Asia, and extreme weather emergencies in the West all at the same time, it creates this totally unique problem. The world's attention just gets shattered into pieces, and the ability for anyone to respond is stretched incredibly thin. So let's just lay it all out, side by side. You have a military intervention in Venezuela with over 100 casualties, a deadly landslide in Indonesia with nearly 90 people dead or missing, and then widespread weather emergencies in the US and New Zealand. 3 separate fronts all unfolding on the same day, creating this one shared global reality of crisis. And then here's the final layer to this unbelievable day. While cities were being hit, while communities were literally being buried, while emergency services were completely overwhelmed, where were the world's leaders? Many of them were gathered discussing policy at the World Economic Forum. The contrast is just, wow, it's pretty hard to ignore. Which really leaves us with this final and, I think, crucial question. When a geopolitical crisis, a natural disaster, and extreme weather all demand our attention at the same time, what becomes the priority? In a world of simultaneous, overlapping emergencies, where do we and where should our leaders even begin to focus?